More turmoil today at the embattled Centers for Disease Control. More than 1,000 government health workers signed a petition calling for the resignation of U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Political reporter Doug Reardon is live outside of the CDC tonight. And Doug, the signatures even include some current members of the CDC workforce.
Yeah, they do, Carly, as well as current and former members of the Department of Health and Human Services, which Kennedy also oversees. And by the way, we did hear back from Kennedy's office today. They said that resignation, no way is that happening on his own accord. But the employees here who are signed onto this petition, and there are over 1,000 of them, still wanted to get word out. And as they say in that letter to Kennedy, calling on him to resign, he's compromising the very health of the American people. The petition is plain and simple, signed by over 1,000 former and current CDC and HHS workers. It bluntly calls for the resignation of Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., saying, quote, "Our oath requires us to speak out when the Constitution is violated and the American people are put at risk. Thus, we warn the President, Congress, and the public that Secretary Kennedy's actions are compromising the health of this nation."
Morale has been low for months now.
Abby Tai is a former CDC worker who signed the petition. She was part of the federal reduction in force earlier this year that led to almost a quarter of CDC staff being laid off.
And I think that people's willingness to sign this shows that we feel like we have to speak up. It's part of our oath. We can't keep Americans safe if we're not allowed to do our jobs. And RFK Jr. and all of the people that he's kind of put into place are preventing people from doing their jobs.
The letter points to issues over Kennedy's desire to pull back on vaccine availability and the mass layoffs. It also addressed what employees say was a political and underwhelming response to a shooting last month that sent 500 bullets ripping through CDC buildings and leaving a local police officer dead. Kennedy still has his supporters in Georgia. Congressman Buddy Carter, who's running against Senator John Ossoff in 2026 for his seat, defended RFK on cable television this weekend.
To sit here and blame Bobby Kennedy for limiting vaccines, that's ridiculous. Bobby Kennedy cares about children. What eroded confidence in the CDC was the COVID vaccine. The CDC has lost their clout.
We are going to get back to some misinformation about vaccines in a minute, but we did, again, get a response from the Secretary's office today. A spokesman told us, quote, "Secretary Kennedy has been cleared. The CDC has been broken for a long time. Restoring it as the world's most trusted guardian of public health will take sustained reform and more personnel changes." So it sounds like there could be even more of this coming. Now, again, employees were very concerned about misinformation tied to vaccines, some of it even coming from the Secretary himself. Police said that the alleged shooter in last month's shooting here at the CDC was motivated by false claims about the COVID shot. We're outside CDC headquarters in Atlanta. Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.